A lot of fun.
Okay. Hi!
Hi.
I'm Sonsonmushi, as you guys know.
I'm Cheyenne.
And we are Cheyenne Sonsonmushi! Anyways,
Okay.
This is a general reading, but a personal reading for me that my friend Cheyenne's going to give me. Now I'm getting excited and I kind of want to do one vice versa for another video after this. But yeah, this is a reading on finances and I asked some specific questions. And so I don't know if I should ask them at all right now or if I should just hear what the reading is and you can just mention this is relevant to this question and so forth so that it's mostly just like how it might apply for everyone. You know? Do you know what I'm asking?
I do know what you're asking. I don't even know if I'm going to point to any direct questions. I'm just going to give you the information the cards have.
So if we were to give a title on it, what would this be about finances? Like, what would you title it? Like, this is what's happening.
It's a good question.
If we can't think of one, that's okay, because people will read the title. And whatever the title is, that's what this video is.
Yeah. We will definitely have a better title, I think, at the end of it, but I'm not sure what I would call it now.
Okay. So we also don't know if it's like you guys want to see our awesome faces, if you guys wanted to see the spread, but I figured we can just... You know, I have a great idea. You guys can look at the beauty of the spread real quick.
Okay.
So there it is. Oh, it's pretty great. Here, let me try like this. Yeah, so this is the spread. I'm really bad at manipulating the camera. So there we go. So that's what the spread looks like. It's really nice. I just wanted to show it off real quick.
Yeah, I worked really hard on my spreads.
Yes. She used her intuition and just placed the cards wherever. Mm-hmm. And I really like the placements of each specific deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used 3 different decks on this.
Woo,
and
3.
I kind of set them out in columns.
Mm-hmm.
But it can be read in multiple ways, and I think we're going to go through it in a few different ways. So you're going to see me talk about the same cards a few different times. So I'm going to start with the first column for you, okay, which I think is like a little bit more... I don't know. It's because the way I look at it, 3 columns, so it's almost like a 3-card spread. And so it's almost past, present, future-y. But I think it's more present, near future, farther in the future, or even near future, middle future, far future,
basically not
something like that.
Yeah.
Not real past included. So we have the first card on here. This is supposed to be swords. Mm-hmm. Okay. Is this 6 of swords, or healing begins, in this deck. And it is very much about, like, ending, like, a period of bad times and, like, beginning to heal and stuff. Mm-hmm.
I love that, how it's sandwiched like that.
Yeah.
You can also see that representation in here really well, too.
And that card actually does come up again. I don't know if you got a long look at the spread. You know, you could have paused it. I don't know. And then the card under that is complicated from the Wisdom of the House of Night deck. And so I feel like this one is very much saying, like, the answers are more complicated than, like, maybe what you want, or, like, life is more complicated and maybe these aren't the exact right questions, is the kind of vibe I'm getting from that card in all of the ways that I looked at it, which is only 2. I didn't look at this row.
Kind of like, look at this from a simpler perspective, so it's not complicated anymore? Or that
maybe,
it's so complicated? Or
just, like, it's complicated, but maybe because it's complicated, you're, like, focusing on the wrong thing. And maybe it's not even that those questions are wrong. Maybe you're focusing on the wrong thing in life. I don't mean that in a mean way, but...
Okay. Interesting.
Maybe when you look at these cards and see one reading...
Huh? Okay, I know what you're saying, but you also know that's not my, like, focus.
No, I know, but it kind of is. Anyway...
I promise you it's not. I have many goals. I want you to know that.
The last card in this is the Hangman. But it's upside down. He's not hanged. So the Hangman...
And that supports my theory that I'm not focused on just one thing.
The Hangman is about stagnation and being stuck in one place.
See?
And I feel like this is about, like, you know, you're kind of getting out of that. You're like, you know, getting out of that rut. Which might, you know, could be the present, could be the near future.
You're not giving me enough credit on that focus regarding my twin flame.
I love you. Okay.
I love you too.
Column number 2. The first one we have is cycles, which is also like, you know, things move, go in you know, cycles. I don't really know how to explain cycles without using cycles. But I think this is, so, I'm not good at sticking to one plan.
That's okay.
But I feel like none of your videos really do that anyway. So yeah. I'm in a good place to not do that.
Yeah. You came to the right channel.
Because one of the ways I also like to look at the cards is all the cards that were from the same deck being together. Because there's only one in each column. And I feel like they tell their own story.
Something clicked with me.
So,
I'll wait for the very end of all this.
But I also like to look at it as like things are complicated, but there's like different opportunities and like movement and changes and stuff. I think this whole column is about movement because the next card we have is the 8 of Wands, which is all about like a spark of change and movement. And then we have this one,
which is the same card.
Is it the 8 of Wands as well? Wands. I didn't look at.
Let me know when I have an opportunity to say something because I just got something from that from all this.
And then just because I looked at the books for these, in the booklet that explains this one, it talks a lot about manifestation. Mm-hmm. And I think it's about using manifestation to kind of like gain success and growth, like it says on the card. I don't know if you saw that because I didn't show it very long. So yeah, I feel like that's kind of like these go together this way in the column, but then you can also see like the movement here.
Yeah, the movement with the complicated and the cycles.
Yeah.
And then the movement from getting out of this rut, having cycles moving forward, where I'm manifesting things quickly.
The rut to movement.
Yeah, and I see that as well.
To movement. Yeah. Healing to manifestation.
And so in a way, these are similar cards.
Yeah, so you can read them that way too.
Okay.
You can talk about your revelation before you move on there.
Okay, and so, regarding Twin Flame, no, I'm just kidding, because I have other things to talk about. Yeah, but actually, when I had an idea, this is different from everything from what I want to talk about, but after you give me this reading, I think in the same video, we're going to split this same spread into a finances reading and a love reading. I think that'd be really fun.
We could.
Yeah. We can split that into 2 videos, but I don't know. We'll see how long this takes.
We probably should split it into 2 videos.
So then people can choose 2 different videos.
Yeah.
I think so too. So, what I wanted to talk about was, so the question I asked several, but the one that calls out is, I asked, should I get more than one job aside from tarot? So if you guys are wondering, should you get a second job? Should you do more than one thing? I think how this applies, what Cheyenne was talking about with the complicated and the cycles and the manifesting movement and like basically abundance, right? What I was getting from that, how it's more complicated than that, but with cycles is that basically it's yes and no. It's basically do what you're doing and opportunities that might branch out will come to me is what I got from that. And when they come to me, then that would, yes, be different from the tarot technically, but it's not because it came from me just doing whatever I'm doing right now. So it's kind of like, it's complicated because if you were supposed to be doing more than one thing at this moment, you would be. And then there's cycles, which is saying you're going to be doing the same things, but because of complicated and all this 8 of Wands below it, it does kind of look like just focusing in on one thing right now is like, it's like a cash cow. The cycles and all the 8 of Wands, but I do get a sense of like other things will come up, but I do think it is, I did ask a question at the end, will I be manifesting more and more abundance each month, 5 ever, with just the tarot channel? And so I think to answer it fully is that pretty much, yes, focus on my tarot channel, think of it long term, and shorter term than I might realize right now, other things will come up, but at the same time, all I really need to focus on is kind of this one thing. So that's kind of what I got. And I hope that resonates with you guys too, with whatever you guys are doing. So yeah,
it's funny you should say that because I think the last column very much says, do what you love. Do what you want to do. Like, keep doing, like, go on the path that feels right to you and you get everything you want. Um, which I was gonna get to.
Sorry.
No, it's totally fine. That being said, I do think this is about your twin flame.
Thank you.
The first card in the last column is the Two of Cups, which is very hard to not read in a romantic way, because in everything I read about it, it's always about a romantic relationship and like a budding relationship.
In like every deck.
Yeah. So I pulled out some clarifying cards to try and make it not about that, and it didn't really work. So I have the Six of Swords, which, like, we had earlier as Healing Begins, and I do think, I don't know, is it weird that I read the same card 2 different ways?
No, it's not. You got it from 2 different decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually admire that about you, because I read almost everything the same way. I'm like, 8 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 6 of Swords, 6 of Swords.
Yeah. Yeah, because I heard these ones different too.
Yeah.
So I do feel like with that, it is very much about healing, but in this deck, I feel like it's, well, actually, technically, I was reading about it from another deck, but it was more about, like, hopefulness and, like regaining hope after a hard journey, and which is a part of healing, and I do see how they're the same card, obviously.
Remember when I was talking about how, like, these are, like, yes, it's like the cards, but in a really funny way how they say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get you on that.
Yeah. But yeah, I do feel like this is, like, you just have a lot of hopefulness, and it's almost like hope being restored. Like, you have some trying times there, and now you, like, have hope, and you're feeling good.
Mm-hmm. I really am. I feel like I got through a lot of the challenges, which is funny because now a lot of people currently are experiencing these challenges and freaking out about their, like, love connections I've been seeing from, like, friends who've been reaching out and YouTube friends who have also been reaching out. I'm seeing, like, oh, I just went through that during my trip in Florida. Like, whew, like, now I can kind of just, like, let that be and focus on finances and stuff.
Yeah. The other clarifier I pulled for this is the Princess of Swords, so a lot of swords.
Mm-hmm.
And the Princess of Swords is about honesty and frankness, which is definitely your approach there. But I think that one does work, and they all do work, like in like a do what you love.
Yeah, and in a
have hope for your things, and in this one, just like be honest with yourself about what you want to do, like that kind of way as well.
Yeah,
I do feel like though these cards very much just reinforce that. So yeah, you can read it in another way. It's just I feel like that's.
I also read it with that finances way, it's pretty undeniable about the other thing because the Princess of Swords is literally whatever it is that's on my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the other 2 cards in this column are Share the Love, which is the 3 of Cups, and Wishing from this deck. And I think that these are very much about finances. This one is definitely not romantic.
Yeah.
And it's about...
It can apply romantically, but it's still in the more buddy-buddy
Yeah, it's
way.
definitely about embracing friendships and other relationships and other things. And I think I see it more as like share the wealth, which is one of your goals with wealth.
That's what I was seeing.
Is to be able to share with other people. And wishing is about you're going to get all your dreams. So I think ultimately, like at the end of this reading, it's the last card I pulled out. It's like, you're gonna get everything you want, basically.
So it answers my questions really well, honestly, because it's like, okay, should I set up for the thing? No, I don't want to talk to FAFSA, so I'm not gonna do it, and I'll make the payments because my wishes are gonna come true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I went through all of it. I didn't make it too complicated.
It was so complicated.
If you want to see what I was thinking for these, because I only went through this cycle.
Oh yeah.
About like things are complicated, move through it, you're gonna get what you want. But this one's like, start healing, you're gonna move through it, and share the love
and get what I want.
And then this one is like, start moving, you're gonna get what you want. Like that's how I read all of them.
That's really fun.
And those are kind of and again like, here's where you're at, start moving. you're gonna get what you want. So all the ways you read it, it's kind of the same, but it's still fun to look at.
Yeah, because they're still about different aspects that are very similar, but still different.
Yeah. So that's that reading.
Thank you!
Yeah.
And I really hope this resonates with you guys. I think it will, so whoever's drawn to these videos, definitely take these messages for you too, you know? Share the love, share the messages.
Yeah, I do think this does apply, I think, for anyone. I think as long as you're being honest with yourself about what you want and you just move towards that goal. And that doesn't mean that you can't change your goal. Like, there's nothing in here that says that you can't. In fact, this is very much about, like, a spark of change in the middle. So maybe you think you want something in the first round.
I'm
and
so
maybe
sorry.
That changes.
My head,
I'm
thoughts.
sorry.
No, I want to listen to it, but it's like, what keeps coming in my head now is like, Cheyenne, you should really you should start a tarot channel as well.
I'm planning on doing, like, some more tarot videos on my channel. Definitely more that are book related, but I think I'll do some other regular ones as well occasionally. Or I'll just do them all here.
Yeah. But, you should get some credit for it. Or, like, if you guys ever donate based off these channels, please let me know that it's, like, the ones that we do, so then I can, like, split it in half. Because, like, your readings are really good, so, like, you also deserve to be compensated for, like, the energy you put into these readings. Like, I genuinely was thinking that. I was just, like, it just makes so much sense, because, like, these readings are really good. I mean, I believe everyone can do readings, so that makes sense. So if you guys do readings, too, I want to support your channel. But because you are participating in giving readings right now, it's like, I definitely have that in mind. So, guys, if you, I appreciate any and all donations, so if you donate based off of this video, please put in the comments that it's based off of this video, so I can split it, because I really think that if you're not gonna, like, make that, like, your niche, is that what it's called? Niche? I don't know, the job thing. If you're not gonna, like, do a tarot channel, that's okay. But, like, with that in mind, then I should say this every time we do tarot videos on my channel together, because I'm, like, always blown away, because, I don't know, everyone's intuition's really lit, so it's just really nice to get readings from other people. So now I'm ready to listen to whatever you were saying.
Okay.
That just kept playing in my head. I couldn't think of anything that you were saying.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm, like, a little bit embarrassed now.
I'm sorry.
But, like, in a good way.
Okay.
I was just saying, like, just for a general feel for everyone, like, you know, you can have a focus on one thing that you believe you want, and I'm saying that doesn't mean that it won't change in the future, and, like, you don't have to feel like you're stuck chasing after that one goal, but I think just as long as you're being true to yourself, like, the outcome is you're gonna get what you want. Like, I think that's basically what this reading is saying, like, for anyone that is coming on this video. Like, I think it does help to answer some of your questions, but like I said, I don't feel like any of the cards go directly to any of your questions.
Mm-hmm. It's more like, just like, now that I hear this, like, I see all these questions and I'm like, I kind of know what I want to do with my approach. It's just, like, literally just do what I want to do regarding each question. Because they're all questions that I can I mean, other than, like, the, like, will the settlement money or whatever. Yeah. And then it's kind of like, do or don't, I'm, like, going to manifest that much anyways in the future someday. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
I think that's it for this reading.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it.
Well, I don't hope you enjoyed it. We need to have a balance here. I'm just kidding. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and I, again, hope the message has resonated. We're sending so much love and light and positive energy your guys' way. Take care, and I'm gonna record the next video pretty soon, and I already have a fun idea, so that's gonna be the love version of this. Same cards, but love. Romance. Alright, bye guys, take care. You wanna say bye too?
Okay, bye.